joined by Dr. Bruce Green from Guthrie Sports Medicine.
Yes.
Doctor, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
You know, we're getting into spring. Everyone's going outside. School sports are just starting. So you really want to be careful when it comes to sports injuries. And a lot of things that, a lot of sports that people play outside, basketball, especially in the summer and spring. So what I want to ask you is what type of injuries are most common when it comes to basketball?
Well, if you're watching the NCAA tournament, you see athletes that will sustain knee injuries. And among the knee injuries that I see most frequently are meniscus injuries, and probably the worst ones are like ACL injuries. But most commonly meniscus injuries, which is tearing of the cartilage of the knee.
Okay, and so when it comes to that, what are some treatments of these injuries?
Well, if you catch it early enough, and if it's a small tear, physical therapy can be very effective. If not, and the athlete is complaining of catching, locking, or giving away episodes, then an arthroscopy or surgery is indicated.
And if an athlete does suffer one of these injuries, what's the outlook? How long do they have to recover for?
Well, it depends. For a meniscus injury, typically it's about 2 weeks. If it's a meniscus repair where you have to stitch the meniscus, it's longer. It's about 6 weeks. And then if it's a meniscus injury and an ACL tear, the athlete is out a minimum of 6 months.
Of course, and then they really have to be careful because they can easily re-injure that.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And so no one likes to be injured. You sit out, you practice, you waste all this time practicing and don't get to play. What is the best way to prevent a sports injury?
I think the best way is to stay in shape. A lot of athletes will come in to their season a little out of shape, and I tell my athletes all the time, you want to try and stay in shape the whole year, even if it's cross-training, doing some sort of exercise so that you're ready for your sport, and then you can really cone down and funnel your energies into perfecting your craft.
So off-season, you know, still working out, making sure you're at least doing at least a little bit of exercise during the day when you have your free time.
Absolutely.
And so, you know, for anyone watching this at home, what is the best way for them to make an appointment with a Guthrie sports physician? And do you recommend that they do it even if they don't have an injury?
Oh, I agree. I think that it's good to touch bases with an orthopedic sports physician. I'm very proud of the team that we have that takes care of and serves the region for sports injuries. And we have a Guthrie hotline for sports injuries, and that number is 844-977-7678. And this team will get an athlete in within 24 hours.
Okay, doctor. Anything else you would like to add?
Nope. Just say I have to give a shout out to my North Carolina Tar Heels.
Oh, yeah. Good luck. Yeah, they're in the Final Four now.
Absolutely.
So big game this weekend.
Absolutely.
All right, doctor. Thank you so much.
Pleasure. Thank you.
For a recap, this will be on our website, WENY.com, shortly after the show.